And welcome to a Friday edition of the KXLY Face-Off. I'm KXLY4 Sports Director Ben Kaplan.
I'm Keith Osso from 700 ESPN, 1080 ESPN. Last week on Face-Off, somebody said Gonzaga was going to lose at home. Is it just me, or is it getting hot in here? Just going to take this jacket off right here, Ben. How'd that work out?
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, Gonzaga beat St. Mary's at home, but then St. Mary's goes and does Gonzaga a favor. Didn't want you to do
That's really good.
And so St. Mary's goes and does Gonzaga a favor, and they lose by 15 and open the door. Telling you, they open the door for Gonzaga.
Yeah.
If Gonzaga wins out, the streak survives, and they'll be conference champions in regular season yet again.
I mean, the way it just all worked out, and that's pretty good. In Gonzaga's favor. Kind of a lot like last year, too, when they fell behind St. Mary's early and were able to catch up toward the end of the season. My question is, and that's unbelievable how that's happened, and obviously the Zags have a tough test at San Francisco. If St. Mary's loses their bracket buster and then doesn't win the WCC, are they an NCAA tournament team?
I think they will be. I think that they've proven enough throughout the season. They're stumbling a little bit right now, but because the Pac-12 is down, they're not going to take 6 teams out of the Pac-12. They're going to get 2 or 3 because some other conferences aren't going to get the normal bids that they do. I think St. Mary's is still going to get in. I just think it's phenomenal that every year, whenever Gonzaga looks like the streak is going to be over, somebody helps them out. And 2 years in a row, St. Mary's has lost a game they shouldn't and opened that door. And I expect Gonzaga to walk through that door.
It's just amazing how good the WCC is this year. I mean, with there's 5 teams. San Francisco last night gave BYU a heck of a run. Obviously Loyola, BYU, St. Mary's, Gonzaga. It's the deepest conference on the West Coast. All right, the Seattle sports fans excited right now about the proposal of an arena. Some rich dude from San Francisco, a Seattle native, coming up with almost $300 million. How excited should Seattle fans be?
I think Seattle fans should be excited because it looks like they might get an NBA team back. It looks like they might get an NHL team. I'm not sure if you have 6 major teams going at the same time. We're going to include University of Washington in there. I'm not sure how much money people have to spend on 6 teams. I think there's a little bit of, you're a little bit hypocritical, I think, if you're one of those people that was just hurt and just upset that the Sonics got stolen by another city, yet let's steal a team from another city, and I'm okay with that because that gets me my team back. I think that if everybody had their choice, they'd rather have an expansion team rather than taking a team away from another city just because of that. But yeah, it looks like the Sonics might be coming back.
Just the excitement around the station yesterday, some of the production staff was coming and saying, what's happening? Are we getting a team? What's going on? It's fun to see that. I know how many people were heartbroken when the Sonics left. I agree. In Sacramento, I've been to games there. If it is the Kings, those fans are great. And it stinks that their owners messed up and are in a huge financial situation. What's wrong with sports? That's what I want to know. Somebody's got to, and this is off the topic a little bit, but the Mets, the Dodgers, you've got the Kings, these owners that get themselves in financial problems, and who really suffers? It's the fans. I think Seattle has a reason to be excited because this guy seems pretty legitimate, Chris Hansen, but at the same time, I do feel bad for those teams, as you alluded to a little bit, that could be losing, or those fans that could be losing their teams because their owners just can't handle their checkbook a little bit.
Be happy the Sonics may be coming back, but remember, there's a city that's going to wake up without a team if that does happen. Spring training's opening up all over baseball. Seattle got a 1-week head start because they do open over in Japan way early this year. Is it time for excitement for baseball fans right now?
Heck yeah, man. I'll tell you, I love this time of year. Being a Cubs fan, I know you being a Mariners fan.
We can do it this year.
That's right, And then about 10 games in, even though spring training doesn't count, you're still like, man, we really do stink, But this time right now, when it's opening, everybody's got a fresh start. The players are getting there. To me, it's my favorite time of the year. I mean, because not only do you have that, but you also have college basketball getting into tournament time, and in the NBA, if you're a fan of that, picking up down the stretch. But yeah, spring training, it's the eternal hope, and I really do like that.
I'd like that the season's coming, but I wish it would just get here. Spring training drags on forever. I can only watch pitchers field ground balls so long. I can only watch guys in batting cages so long. Guys number 78 up to bat late in the game. Let's just get to the regular season. I hate spring training, but I do love that it means that baseball's coming.
That shirt is still ridiculous. And he told me yesterday, he's like, I got a surprise for you. I had no idea that was coming. All right. Speaking of seasons opening, the Spokane Shock tomorrow will hold their first open practice for the media to come attend. Are you excited, that the season is almost here? I mean, first game, March 12th.
Well, for me and Dennis Patchen, we do the games on the radio, so we see every play of every game all season long. We travel all over the country, so it does mean we're about to get really busy. I am excited to see how this team shapes out. Andy Olson, a new head coach, what's he going to bring to the table? We got some old names back, guys like Travis Williams in the secondary. We got some guys returning from a year ago. Eric Meyer, can he stay healthy at quarterback? There's a lot of interesting things with this team. However, this division is the most loaded division in all of the AFL. Arizona is going to be really good again. San Jose has absolutely stacked their team. You may wonder how they did that, only paying players $400 a game. But they're stacked, plus Philadelphia is super stacked. Spokane plays 6 games against those 3 teams. It's going to be a tough season, but if they can get to the playoffs, they're going to be ready for the playoffs because they got to go through a tough schedule.
Yeah, and you're really involved with the Shock, so I know you've looked at it probably some more than I have. I just think that this is really a make or break year for them. Coming off last season, and the struggles, and not just on the field that they had, but also kind of some of the drama off the field as well. It'll be interesting to see really how they react if they start slow again like they did last year, what the fan support is like, and also with so much going on. I mean, beginning of the first couple weeks of March, I mean, that's still Gonzaga fever. You've still got, all your high school sports going on. And it's just interesting. It'll be interesting for me to see really if they come off to a bad, or if they get off to a bad start, how excited fans stay about the team. And I think that this will be a make or break year for them.
They open at home on a Monday against Iowa. I think it's vitally important that they win that opener because it's a team in Iowa that traditionally Spokane should beat. And again, because you have 6 games against those 3 teams I mentioned, you have to beat teams like Iowa. And it's a home game. It's a chance to get people excited about Shock football all over again. You get off to that fast start, and I think it'll help a lot.
We're going to have to come up with something, so another prediction, whatever.
So that you can wear the shirt next week.
The only thing is if I do wear that chance, then we're going to have to swich sides.
No, it's okay. You just point over there.
Exactly.
We'll see you next week on Face Off Radio versus TV.
That was good. I had no idea. Dude, seriously.